Hello, welcome to Beauty Wise 333, and my name is Tina. I am so glad that you are able to join me for another message, and I'm so happy to be here. The message today is how we create the world that we live in. Yes, we create it. So when you see all of the destruction and things that are not going right in the world, we created it. When you see the beauty and everything that works out and goes together nicely, we created that too. What the conversation is about is how we take part in both sides, so that hopefully by this coming to your awareness, that you will know how to create, and not by default, but purposely create. See, we sit around and we talk about how we fear the planted chip in us, you know, the new world stuff. But really what it is, when you plant yourself on the couch and you focus on the TV, you are the chip. You are the chip. This is how energy, and I will keep on saying this, is transferred. The news, the media, is an actual controlling, teaching, and conforming source of information. When you watch the news and you see the destruction, the killing, you see people like us. When you see violence, you see people like us. When you see killing and everything going wrong, you see people like us. And when you see things like that, it makes you fearful. And when you become fearful, that puts your resistance low. It puts your vibes down with the lower energies, and it actually allows you to become a tool for creating what you are seeing. Do you get it? When fear is put into you, then you conform. Now you're at the mercy of the powers that be. But when you are aware and you can see behind the setup of everything that's going on, then you are true to yourself and you're standing in your power, and then you won't have to feel like you're going to be thrown off course. But for those people that are not true to their self, know who they are, will fall prey into being the type of person who is donating their energy to that resource. When you're sitting in front of a TV and you're watching the news or anything that's programming you with fear, and it's showing you the destruction, it's giving you the pictures, it's giving you everything that they need you to see, to where you are transferring that, even the fearful emotional energy, to that program. They are collecting your energy to help build the world that they want to see in existence. And you're doing that by default. So you have to be very careful on what you see. It's one thing to watch the news, and I'm using the news as an example, but you can transfer this to all other programs, video games, and everything that you would need to put in this light. But those things are programming you, and you are the chip. So you don't have to wait for one to be implanted in you. You are the chip. What you need to do is learn how to program yourself and protect your energy. Because you enlist yourself in all different sorts of projects to make things happen, and you're not even aware that you're doing it. It's funny how they said you watch the Bart Simpson program, and that whole cartoon was supposed to have laid out and preconceived everything that was to come to be. And it did come to be. But now, did you watch the program, feed your energy into it, and create it to happen the way that they laid it out? Okay? Did the chicken come before the egg, or did the egg come before the chicken? You have to be careful. The things that are set up for us to see is for us to contribute our energy to. And we are the ones creating the actual manifestation. You can take your energy back at any time. It's one thing to watch the news to be informed, and it's another thing to watch the news to be engrossed in it, to be feared by it, and to contribute all of your emotional and energetic resources to it. We are creating what we are seeing and experiencing without even knowing it. And I'm here to shed the light on it. Take your energy back. Focus on what you want to see manifested. Now, I'm not saying that those things don't exist, but we have a choice on what we turn our attention to and focus on. Because it'll be our focus and our resources and our energy that will bring about a change. You see an abandoned house, abandoned building, it's because people don't pay attention to it. Just like relationships. When you don't pay attention to something, it dissolves. It's no longer in your existence. So why can't we do the same thing for the world that we want to see, a world that we want to live in, a world that we created? You have to know what tools you are donating to certain projects that are bringing this about. I stopped watching the news a long time ago. I don't watch the news. I find out things on a need-to-know basis. It's better. You have some people that are afraid to watch scary movies because they find it hard to tell the difference between fantasy and reality. But let me tell you, everything that we see, our mind doesn't know if it's real or if it's fake, because it's the emotions that it's picking up. So you really have to be grounded in your own power before you can expose yourself to certain programs, people, places, or situations. This is very important because we're coming to a time here now. And you see it going all around us. But we can change it whenever we want. Know that it's in your power to be able to do that. Make it a point to look at what you are putting your attention on. If you are living a life that you're not happy with, this is the reason. You're putting your focus on someone else's dreams and not your own. You're leaving your own dreams abandoned, so they dissolve. Make it a point. I can't stress it enough. Make it about yourself. You are responsible for that world, for yourself that you are creating. You get to fire and hire as you see fit, to be a leader and not a follower. There's a certain time for all of us. What do you want to accomplish? The world is going to be the world no matter what. What side are you going to be on? What side do you want to be on? Because when you feel fear, it's because you're not in alignment with your true self. Drop the fear, pick up the spear. Be strong, be that warrior. Know what you are creating and helping the opposing force to create. Which side do you want to be on? There are two sides. There's no in between. You're either for something or you're against something. But we really need to get it together. This message is shining the light on how we need to take accountability for what is going on in this world today. Everything that you see in it, everything that you're a part of, you brought into your existence. But you can also take it out. You can't control what's going on in a sense, but you can control what you focus on, what you bring into existence. Let's do it together. Let's work on it. I am going to give you this light after I have shined the light on what is happening. And they're training these children at a young, impressionable age. It starts, I'm sorry to say, but I'm here to say it, the video games. Shoot them, kill them, knock them down, destroy them. And then you wonder how these kids that have emotional problems are able to walk into schools and with explosives to kill everyone. It's easy if they're trained to do it. It's a setup. We have to start breaking down the barriers and communicating more. Stop letting the TV and video games communicate for us. It's up to you. Here's the light. I shine this light on the destruction that's happening that we must take accountability for because we have part in it. We have to become aware of how we create and what we create and take the power back into our hands. If we want to see a change, we have to be the change. We have to stop blaming it on everyone else, blaming it on each other. It's each of ours responsibility. Because without our energy and contribution to those situations, they don't have power. The power lies within us. This light is to show you the power lies within us. It's not out there, it's in us. And when we look at things and we feel fear, it just allows us to be an open prey for anything that someone wants us to do. We become robots. Remember, there's no chip to be planted in us. We are the chip. We do that. So take this light, use it. Open up your awareness. Look at your children. We have to protect and take care of the children. Even when we start our day, start it with a meditation to align ourselves and to ground ourselves. I don't care if you have 4 and 5 children running around the house. They do sleep sometimes. So take 15 to 20 to 30 minutes for when they are sleeping, whether it's first thing, early in the morning, or late at night. You take 20 to 30 minutes to yourself and have peace and be still and align yourself. Your children will appreciate you more for it, because when they wake up and they are directed by a parent who is in alignment with their higher self, you will find that they will pay more attention to you, because you're speaking from love and you're not speaking from aggravation, because you're in alignment. So I'm going to end this message right here. Let's pay attention. Let's be vigilant. Let's be awake. This message was given to you with the guidance and assistance of my ancestors, my guardian angels, my sweet spirits, and God told me to tell you. And I love you. And I want to see us all win. And we will. So until the next time, this message was given to you with light and love from BeautyWise 333. And until the next time, you know it. I'm just going to keep on loving on you.